And we're live. All right. All right, everybody. Let's get this going in what almost assuredly, let me get my lights fixed. Come on, Fluffy, let's go. All right. I'm so distracted with this most likely being the last one of the year. I didn't even have my lights on. All right, buddy, settle down. Well, drop them if you got them, guys. Give me the predictions. There's a bunch of people in the running for the contest I ran. A lot of people had said Tampa Bay in 5, and the good thing is with the tiebreakers, I don't think I saw two people with the same score. So we are set. Hey, bud. All right? He's a good boy. Huh? Fluffy's right here. It's been like 95 degrees outside. Today was an off day with the river, and he's a happy dog, though. Huh? Come here. You want to get on camera? Come here. Come here. You got to lift up your head. You can almost see a nose. You can barely see. Can I get his ear in there? No, I can't. All right. All right, so I'm waiting for everybody to join in on the chat. Fluffy is distracting me. Give everybody a few minutes to get on in. Just checking, is this thing on? We do have hockey tonight, right? The game wasn't canceled, right? All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. I want to see how many people we've got that are in the running for the contest. I was giving away a shirt, and, I'm probably going to give away more than one, obviously. But I don't know if I'm going to give one to everybody who picked 5. We'll probably give out 2 or 3. Hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy? All right. That was the longest I've ever had to wait. That was the longest. Usually, I Bud the Monkey's there in about 30 seconds. Tyler, great to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it. All right. Anybody think Montreal going to win this game? Anybody at all? I am completely ready for this one to be the last game of the year. Mike, hey buddy, how you doing? You finally got a minute off from work. I saw what you were talking about. I saw the conversation you were having on the Discord about your work and everything like that. At least you got a good thing going. You know what I mean? You got a good thing going, man. So, but I get it. When you need a day off, sometimes you just need that damn day off. You know what I mean? All right. So Michael says it's no. Mike 429. All right. So how do we think they're going to win? How do you think Montreal can win this game? Because I really feel like Tampa Bay is just going to come out absolutely smoking hot and try to put this game out of reach in the first period, which I really don't want to happen. At least tonight's the night if we're going to have the long overtime game that I'm good with it. You know what I mean? As soon as they started talking about the Avalanche sweeping the Panthers in overtime to win the cup, I knew at that point that was it. They just completely jinxed Tampa, and then Montreal was going to find a way. And they give them credit, man. They killed off 4 minutes of power play, even though Kucherov hit the post from like an inch away. I still don't see how that happened. I mean, the puck didn't hit his stick straight, and it hits the post, and it goes out, and you watch the replay, and Kucherov just kind of stood there for a second like in absolute disbelief. All right, let's see. Joe Biden, how you doing, JB? Both JBs are here, Joe Biden and Jonathan Barkov. Hey, stepping on the nuts. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming out. All right, Donnell, what you got for me? Thanks for coming out, bud. Do I think the Canadiens force a Game 6 of the Lightning win the Cup tonight? You won't see the game because you're at work. Let's put it this way. I would bet the habanero tonight that Tampa Bay is going to finish this off tonight. I would be willing to make the bet. Not that I want to make the bet. And whoever was going to make the bet would have to give something in return. But I would be willing to bet the hot pepper challenge that I would do the habanero, or you do the habanero, that I say Tampa Bay is going to finish this up. And hey, if they don't, it's good for the channel because then I get another recap and I got to do a hot pepper challenge with the habanero. So either way, I win. JB, yeah, the Lightning are going to take it tonight, right? Mike? Yeah, man. Shondo Massey, thanks for coming out, bud. That's a new name to the channel. I appreciate that. Let's see. As a Panther fan, would I rather a cross-state rival completely choke and somehow lose in 7? Dude, forget the rival part. For purely selfish reasons, if this series went 7 games and Tampa Bay choked, the live streams and the videos would go batshit crazy. All right. So from purely selfish POV, I would love to see that happen because the Game 6 and Game 7, especially Game 7, the recaps would be just I'd be getting 1,000 views on those, which I know to some people doesn't sound like a lot, but for me that would be smoking hot. So yeah, I'd be good with that. Yep. So, JB, you think Vasi stands on his head, but the Habs outplay him, huh? Trevor Kidd's checker pads. Man, I remember Trevor Kidd, but I don't remember the checker pads. But I'm sure it was a thing. But I remember Trevor Kidd. Yeah. Thanks, Shondo. All right. Stepping on your nuts. You missed the last couple of days. It's funny. I wrote about that on the Patreon today. I wrote an article about that on the Patreon today. 5 of the 8 teams in the Atlantic made the playoffs. What I said was that Tampa is going to be the team to beat in this conference for quite some time, even after they lose 1 or 2 players. I think they're somehow going to work the Kraken to get rid of a couple of players and just, lower that cap number. But in terms of the division, Tampa, Florida, and probably Toronto. And then after that, I know Boston, but they don't know what they're doing at goalie. I had one Boston fan say that they're going to try to go after Fleury. Who the hell knows what they're going to do? So that's an iffy situation there in terms of Boston. And I don't think Montreal makes the playoffs next year, only because they're not going to be able to. I think they will kind of crumble under the pressure of what that division's going to be. So that's kind of my take right now before anything else happens. Tampa Bay is the runaway team to beat in that division. They're not going anywhere. I think we're a solid second, unless Boston can do something. I think they're kind of sliding down a little bit, and the Leafs don't scare anybody, right? Let's see. As of right now, Mike, who would I give the MVP for each team? You're talking about for the finals, right? For Tampa, it's got to be Vasilevsky. I know that's let me try to come up with names that aren't the goaltenders. So in terms of the skaters for Tampa, Point has just been all over the place. Stamkos has kind of been meh. He hasn't really been all that visible, so I would go with Point. The name is absolutely escaping me for Montreal, and I don't know why. Probably because he's not a household name. But their number 1 center, this is stupid. I can't remember the guy's name, and I'm going to remember it. I could have just looked it up and acted like I remembered it, but I didn't. So I'm not going to cheat. What the hell is his name? Anyway, that's who I would pick in terms of skaters for Montreal. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, Shano, that's absolutely true. Suzuki, I've been watching Suzuki. We're like, get him on the Panthers. I know it's not going to happen, but yeah, man, Suzuki has been, especially that last game, that whole line there. And I know Caulfield has been kind of quiet, but he did have a good assist, and I still think the kid's got a good future ahead of him. No, not Caulfield. It wasn't Suzuki who I was thinking about either, but once you said that name, I thought about it and switched it to him. Yeah, the finals. Yeah, in terms of skaters, Suzuki and Point for sure. I don't care how well Kucherov plays. I'm not going to pick him. I don't know. It's nothing personal. I'm not a fan of Kucherov. I can't tell you why. Some players just rub me the wrong way. You know what I mean? Sean, oh yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, buddy. Today, for you guys that haven't seen it already, today I hit the 4,000 hours I need to be able to apply for monetization. Now, I still need another 100 or 200 hours to make up for the videos that have watch time that are copyrighted. But I should be getting that application within a week or two. And certainly I should be done with the whole process and be able to be monetized by the time football starts, which that's going to be good. We got a ton of live streams. No, not Toffoli. Oh, well, you guys are saying, yeah, Toffoli, Weber. Weber's been okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. One bad Steve. You're just gonna call me a boomer. All right. Well, look, if I'm a boomer, even though I'm not, you're a millennial, and we're just gonna have to stick with that. You know what I mean? You probably identify as a millennial anyway, bud. Denault. That's the guy. SoFlo, thank you. Denault. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. I like the way that guy plays. We're still going name after name. No, it was Denault. Yeah, I like the way that guy. I like him. He doesn't rub me the wrong way like Kucherov does. Where Fluffy was in earlier. He's in the hallway. It's hot. This room, this is the hottest room in the house. It's 95 degrees here today, and even though the window unit's been on all day, it's still kind of stuffy in here with the lights. So he's in the hallway in the dark. You know, today was off river day. It was just too hot. By the time we got up, by 7:30, it was already like 87 degrees. So I got to keep him inside when it's like that. It's not safe for him to be outside as at that hot. Tyler, would Tampa make the playoffs without Vasilevsky? Well, not with McElhaney, no. No, they'd be a lottery. I don't want to say they'd be a lottery team. No, I don't think they do. I think if they had to go a full season with McElhaney, which had never happened, but if they did, he was terrible. I mean, like 8.75, I think was his save percentage. He was horrible. You identify as my daddy does. Jesus, Steve. Steve, I thought you couldn't drink on duty, man. What are you? All right, let's see. JB. Yeah, okay. Hey, Stu, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming out, bud. How's things going, man? Things doing good? You ready to have this thing over with? Or are we going to game 6, bud? You know? Oh, you're on leave. Okay. Do you ever work, man? Every time we talk, you're either on leave or they've closed because of things or you're taking a day off. I've never actually heard you have a day where you said, I went to work today and came home. What's up with that? What's up with that, man? If anybody's drinking on excuse me, I'm drinking my coffee with Fluffy. Huh? Now I love this logo. That's the best logo for the channel. But this one, this is the one that I really enjoy. because he's on his back with his stick. My daughter had these done a few years ago. She got them for me for my birthday. There was an artist on, not on Fiverr, but on another one of those sites, one of her friends, and she paid for the 2 illustrations with full rights. It cost her like $50. So that's where these came from. You're heading to Michigan, huh? Yeah, you never work, man. But you're a Jets fan, so you probably can't get hired anywhere. So that makes sense. Stu, man, you had a Cubs coming out tonight, right? Yeah, that's okay. It's been a good run. But I don't think Tampa's going to put up with any shit tonight. I think they're going to come out and try to squash Montreal like a little bug. Hey, Frank, how you doing? It's over tonight. Tampa wins 4-1. Yeah. Am I eating? No, man. JB drinking. No, it's coffee. It's coffee with maca powder. It's chocolate almond milk with coffee in it and maca powder. And Fluffy came when he heard his name. Come here, dummy. Come here. Everybody wants to see you. Come on. Come here. He's not coming. He's not falling for it. Any other time, he'd be like all in my lap. Come here, buddy. Come here. There you go. Come on. Get that big head up here. Everybody wants to see the head. Everybody wants to see you, huh? They're waiting for you. Oh, here, I'll move the camera for it. And it's all right. Now he don't like that. Okay, he's done. You're right here. Huh? You were on camera. They could barely see you in the corner of the freaking table. All right, kid. I wasn't calling you. All right. All right. So let's see. Work past 5, and I got you. All right. So maybe you're 2 hours behind. Just admit it, man. You got discharged, and you've kept the uniform for nostalgic purposes. And nobody knows. You could come out here, man. It'll be all right. Nobody's going to judge you here, man. It's okay. All right, let's see. Now, Stu, don't make me disagree with you in public. Stu doesn't think that they're going to take Seattle because he's a UFA. I get it. I do get it, but there's that 3-day window where they can negotiate. And, I'm not convinced of anything until I see it in terms of the Panthers. Okay? I'm not convinced. I've been saying it all along. I think there's going to be some kind of something surprisey, unconventional thing there that the Panthers do. Maybe what they do is, I don't know. I don't want to call it. I just don't think it's that black and white. I want to see Drieger play for Seattle because I want to see him get a really good chance. And what I don't want is I don't want him on the open market and like landing somewhere in like Boston or someplace that could hurt us. So let him go to Seattle, the other conference. So we'll have to see how that goes, Stu. I logically I know what you're saying, but I just feel like something funky is going to happen there. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I get you. Hey, Peyton, thanks for coming out. Habs in 7. That was my original prediction. I think it was. Yeah. All right, let's see. I saw something else here. Live stream where Fluffy talks hockey. Yeah, once the weather cools off, I'll probably use my phone every once in a while. You might see, like come September, October, you might see where I pop up live real quick, either on Instagram or on YouTube for a few minutes. I'm going to start, if I can, live streaming from the river. I can't get a real good signal to do it from the beach, unfortunately. I could try, but no promises there. But I think, because he's 8 years old, so I want to start getting him in some live streams at the river. You know what I'm saying? One bad save. What do you mean if you work 0 days a month? All right. Yeah, you wish you had a D214. You can have mine, man. You can have mine. All right, Autistica, thanks for coming out, buddy. Yeah, that would be a surprise. That would be an absolute. That's going to happen next year. As long as the locker room doesn't do to cue what they did with Yandel about Bob. As long as the locker room doesn't go and cry like a bunch of sissies to cue about benching Bobrovsky instead of Knight. As long as Knight plays, we're going to win a round or 3 next year, man. Stu, all right. Tell everybody how Yandel waives his no trade clause. How is that going to happen without giving him some? Yeah, I know. That I'm sure that I'm not sure. My opinion is that when they went to him to ask him to waive the no move clause, he said, "Sure, guarantee that I'm going to play a full season." And they probably told him to shove it, and we're going to know within 24 hours of that cup being raised, because there's that 24-hour window where we can buy his ass out. And if he has not agreed to waive the no move clause so that we can save Forsling or Gudis, cup, adios. We'll eat it. We'll eat the cap. We eat his full salary for a year, and then it prorates for a few after that. Eating his salary is way better than losing being forced to lose a Forsling or a Gudis. So I'm honestly hopeful that that's the way it goes. I'm honestly hopeful that, and I talked about this today. I would do the 8-1. I would protect Gudis and Forsling, and then expose Vetrano, Achari, and Duclair, because they can only take one, and we can afford to lose one of those guys. We cannot afford to lose defensive, man. We already are in the hole needing defense. All right, let's see. I see some disparaging comment here about the Dolphins. Panthers and Dolphins haven't won a playoff series. You're 44 years. I knew you were old, Steve. You're 44, huh? Uh-huh. All right. Guys, Steve is a Jets fan. But I have to let him in. I have to let him into the chat because he's a member on Patreon. And he's a Jets fan, so he understands. As a Jets fan, the only way you're allowed in public is if you pay. So it is what it is. Deadpool, 2-0 Bolts. You think it's only going to be 2, huh? 2-0 Bolts by 8 minutes into the game, maybe. Coming from SoFlo. Let's see, Stu. Besides, the streak's going to end in order for him to waive. No, man, it's legal. I've researched that. I've looked at that a few different ways, Stu. He absolutely can just waive. He can waive his no move clause. He can. So, and because I wanted to make sure about that, but there's nothing. In fact, it's specific to the expansion draft that guys can waive their no move clause for that. All right, Autistica, what are we saying here? You're not sold on Knight after what? Well, I can understand being sold on him and thinking he's completely ready to take over are two different things. The kid is going to be legit. Is he completely ready to have a 50, 60 game season? Maybe not. But at worst, he should be splitting with Bob. And like I said, if we get to game 20, right, and the numbers are like they were this year, where Trieger was so ridiculously statistically better than Bobrovsky, Bob needs to sit his ass down and Knight needs to play, and that needs to be the end of that. I get the point about it's only been 6 games, but if he comes out training camp, preseason, and we get 10 games into the season and they split and Knight's tearing it up, he's your guy. He's got to be the guy. You look at Vasilevsky. He came out and, they didn't hand it to him right immediately, but the arc was one way. It wasn't. We're as Panther fans, we are very, very, what's the word? Gun shy. You know what I mean? We've been burned a few times. We've seen guys like Monty came out and looked like he was going to be great, and then not so much. So I get it, but I'm sold on Knight, whether or not he's completely ready to take everything over or not. I mean, he won. We won 2 playoff games. He won one of them. You know, I mean, I guess I'll leave it at that. All right, let's see. One bad Steve. Has anyone seen the Dolphins in the AFC Championship game in their lifetime in this chat? Yeah. I'm in the chat. Do I need to enter the chat? Do I need to enter the chat to answer the question? Yes. And come on. The Jets went to the AFC Championship game with Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan. I mean, are you really going to brag about that? Really? Come on, man. That's like an anomaly, okay? That's like a stain on the history of sports of all time. Come on. Boca Stew, exactly, man. Yeah, the 8-1, exactly. Frank, if nothing's been announced by now, I don't think his Yandel is going to waive. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, have they announced with anybody else? Have they announced, any other teams? You know what I mean? But we'll know. I mean, we'll know. We're going to know. I cannot imagine a scenario where, I mean, I guess I could, but if he doesn't waive and we don't buy him out, that would just be stupid because we have this opportunity now to do it. So, do I want to make that video? Oh, it's only 24 hours, right? So if Tampa wins tonight, by this time tomorrow, I would be making a goodbye Keith Yandel video if it goes down like that. There's no question that's going to be the highest rated video ever, with the exception of the Fluffy gets a bath video, which not viral, but it's got like 63,000 views. It got in the rotation, man. It just got it. The algorithm picked it up. How to give Fluffy how to give a St. Bernard a bath. All right, let's see. I missed some chat here. Hold on a second. All right, let's see. So, Flo, your parents haven't seen the Jets in the AFC. Hockey sucks. Ping pong is better. I said to a Bolts fan once that if Tampa played their backup, it would be 6-2 Montreal, and they said Montreal can't stop Tampa's offense. Come on. Look, energy feeds energy, okay? And without Vasilevsky, there's a lot of energy that Tampa's getting off of those great saves that wouldn't be there. I know Tampa's got a good team, but you can't, I mean, without Vasilevsky, with McElhinney, especially, I don't see who they're beating. I mean, that might be, a bit extreme, but you get the point. All right, let's see. Right, yeah, you're talking about Spencer Knight deserves at least 30 games, right? Yeah, dude, that's what we want, man. Right, exactly, Stu. Addition by subtraction. You know what I mean? If we end this whole Yandel thing and we don't lose Forsling and Gudis, that's addition. And there would still be room. But look, like I've been saying, let Zito go find another couple of nuggets. Verhaeghe is cheap. Forsling is cheap. Let him go out and find another couple guys like that, and we're set. Hey, Rosado, how you doing, buddy? Peyton, what about Levy? Well, I mean, I think he's obviously going to be, in development for a while. I haven't seen a whole lot. I've heard about how good he can be. I mean, I guess at some point down the road, maybe he's, he would be Knight's backup. I mean, but it's always good to have plenty of. You can't have too much goaltending. So I think, I haven't watched him a whole lot, but from what I've heard, we're lucky to have him. Autistica. If. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying, but I'm not sure. Appreciate it. Hey, Rosado, man, you asked me a question about if you can ask questions that weren't asked Jaws. Yeah, man, anytime. Just message me on Twitter. You know what I mean? If you're on Twitter, just anything, or message me through the channel or whatever. Yeah. It may take me a day sometimes to answer stuff because I get pretty far behind. But yeah, it doesn't have to all be the hashtag Ask Jaws. Do I count, Jaws? I'm 900 years. Yeah, I've seen the Dolphins. All right, when I was one, they were perfect. Now tell me what you got about the Jets. Let's see. How was it an anomaly if they did it back to back? Jeez. Jeez. Who let this Jets fan in here? He's taking over the chat. I think what happened was the rest of the AFC was in such shock that it happened once that they all went to Vegas and placed down some fat money that it would happen again. So everybody threw the games so that they make extra money in Vegas. I think that's what happened. This the guy. I like it. That's funny. Let's see. Just got a notification. The Panthers, the first team to allege athletes with their image and likeness. Oh, I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but what they've done now is they're basically allowing college athletes to profit off of their image and likeness. So like you could be sponsored, right? So before, if you played college sports or whatever and you were famous and you wanted to sell something, you couldn't profit. You couldn't have sponsors. I heard very, very little about it, but I believe that that's what they've done is they've gone and said, oh, now you can, make money off of your name, so to speak. But if I'm wrong, there's somebody correct me because I didn't hear a lot about it. But from what I heard, I think that that's what it is. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. My name. Let's see. Miami's taking over college football again, huh? Man, yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. The U needs to come back, man. LeBron, hey, thanks for coming out. Yeah, absolutely, man. Tampa Bay is going to come out absolutely on fire. Montreal has to just nip it right in the bud. Nip it. If Montreal can get out of the first period only down a goal, we have a game. But I got a bad feeling about that first period. I really do. Mike, I see that. Yeah. Yep. No, they're playing tonight. They're playing tonight. I heard. I saw a thing this morning before they even knew what the hell the damn storm was doing. The NHL had said there's zero chance of us postponing the game, so that tells you something. Does any know what the protocol is if there's a national disaster during a hockey game? Couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess we kind of saw that a little bit last year. Remember the basketball game, the first game that got stopped, and like the referees came out? Everybody was just like running into the locker room, like they were going to get it, like they were going to get COVID out there, but not in the locker room. It was hysterical, not hysterical, but it was an experience in the human mindset to watch all those people running. It's like, where are they running to? They've been hanging out with each other and practicing and sweating all over each other for hours now. Yep. Cito has proven it, Stu. That's absolutely just let him do his job, man. Absolutely. Oh, geez. Playing Chris Drieger as a national. Steve, you're on a roll tonight, man. Look, We need to get Steve laid, man. Steve definitely sounded like it's been a while. It definitely sounded, Steve, like it may have been a while for you right now. What's up, bud? You need a coaching session? I'll do one cheap for you, man. $50 an hour. All right. You all right? Let's see, Michael. We should trade Monty. I wouldn't want to trade Monty right now because we don't know what we're doing with Bob. And we don't have – I mean, Levy's not got any real experience, obviously. One more year. I think in terms of the goalie situation, we have to be sure all the way that Knight is completely ready to take over and what that's going to look like. And Monty is like hedging our bets there a little bit. You know, if something happens to Bob, we've got a goalie with NHL experience. Now, I don't disagree that he deserves an opportunity, and he's probably not going to get one here. That's true. But I think goalie movement, I don't think you're going to see that this season. I think anything that might happen would be in the following season once we have a little bit more of a solid idea about Knight. But I do hope that he goes somewhere and does well. At least the least he could do is turn out to be like a Markstrom. You know what I mean? When you were one, Steve, yeah. Did I watch Jaws? Yeah, man, I've watched Jaws about 1,000 times. I've watched Jaws. Rosado, in today's video about it was the Ask Jaws, there were 4 questions that I missed. And was it you that asked me about was Jaws my favorite movie, or was it somebody else? Anyway, I tell the whole story about how when I first saw Jaws and what its whole significance to me is. That's in the video I put out today. And Steve doesn't know. Steve is just guy. We got to do something about this guy, man. Okay, thanks, Mike. Yeah, we do have Frank. We do have Juleson. Yeah, absolutely. We absolutely do. Yeah, we need one more guy. Right now, we need one more in the top 4. And I know what we've got, Uyghur, Ekblad, Forsling, Gudis. I would prefer to have Gudis be on that bottom pair, not because I don't think he's good enough, but I want somebody so good that it pushes Gudis down and going there. One bad Steve. Hurricanes have like 16,000 alumni are worth about $302 billion or some crap. Yeah, man. Hurricanes are coming back. They're trying anyway. Exactly. It's not a serious storm till the Waffle House closes. Yeah, New Jersey would call it a superstorm. Yeah, it's too early in the year, man. It's July. You don't get a lot of hurricanes. You don't get 4th of July hurricanes. You get Labor Day hurricanes. The Labor Day hurricanes, those are the ones, okay, because at that point, the deep water is even warmed up. So those are the ones you got to watch out for. You have a 9-month-old. You're good. Come on, Steve. You need a couple more. You need a couple more, bro. You know you need 3 more. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I know. I see what you guys are saying about Monty, man. I'm not ready yet. Hey, Owen, buddy, how you doing? But thanks for coming out. I appreciate it, man. How you doing? Let me see. I saw. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta. Yes, I want to. Oh, come on now. All right, let's see. Hey, bud, I appreciate it, bud. I was waiting for you. It took a couple minutes for somebody to come on and say something. All right, Owen says, I got off work early today because there was lightning, which is confirmation that they're winning tonight. Absolutely. Look, I've been saying it. I think Tampa Bay is going to come out and absolutely just try to crush them. I think they're just going to try to come out, take their heart, take it right out like Indiana Jones or Indiana in the Indiana Jones movie. And if Montreal can get out of the first period down a goal, we have a game. but I really feel like Tampa Bay is just going to come out and try to crush them, and which sucks because I want at least a good game here. At least give us some drama towards the end. But I'm not feeling it. I feel Tampa Bay is they're just too good. And every time they've turned it on, they've just scored basically at will. And I have a feeling they're going to come out and just try to take it right to them. $50 for pickup lessons. You'll take that deal. All right, let's see. Tyler, with Montreal and Tampa being the finals without their starters. Oh, you mean in goal? Well, no, certainly not Montreal. Absolutely not. Tampa, either way, man, both of these goaltenders are that good. They're just that good. Now, the problem with Tampa is their backup is terrible, right? All right, let's see. Mike, you just got asked to help install Windows program and set up a few computers. All right, bud, I appreciate you coming out, bud. All right. If tonight is the last pregame live stream, make sure you guys are checking on the community posts because I am going to keep up on the live streams. I'll probably take a couple of days off, and then we will find reasons. Believe me, unless if Yandel, I tell you, if they move Yandel, if they buy out Yandel, it might just be like a 24-hour all-day live stream, okay? I mean, I just won't be able to – I'll just, inject the coffee right into the brains. I'll get 4,000 hours of watch time just from that live stream if they buy out Yandel. All right, let's see here, man. Francois Labrose. I hope I got that right. That's a new name to the channel. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, buddy. I appreciate you coming out. I'm really bad with names, but maybe I got it close. Autistica, 2-0 Marlins. Hockey is over. Not yet, man. And we go from hockey to football, but I'm still going to have everyday content. Then I got to do double content. I'm going to be doing everyday hockey stuff and most days football stuff until the regular season. And then it's just going to be I'm just going to be chained to the camera. I'm just going to be chained absolutely to the camera. Yeah. All right, let's see. Boston would have 3 wins this year without their first line. Yeah. That's exactly right, Francois. I know I'm butchering it, man. I'm sorry. Or maybe I'm not. But yeah, head tells bolts, heart goes to the Habs. Owen, Conn Smythe. Oh, yeah. You got Point? It's close, but I was really thinking Vasilevsky. But Point has been when somebody asked me earlier, when they asked me earlier, and I shut out the goalies. I said, I don't want to talk about the goalies. Point was my pick. He's been ridiculous. He's been all over the place, man. Absolutely. Rosado, we got baseball stuff here. This is interesting. Watch Tampa come out banging everybody in sight. First goal and scored under 5 minutes. Stu, man, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of that. And look, so far during the series, every game that I've had a feeling about, I've been wrong. I'm willing to admit that. Tonight, I feel like Tampa's going to come out and try to whoop ass in the first period. I'm okay if that doesn't happen. I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. Yeah, probably Vasilevsky still. I agree there. Steve, don't get me started. I don't want to get blocked by Ekblad again. No, I'm not blocked anymore. Are you? Let's see here. Habs going to pull Price for the third period. I don't think they'll do that, right? I mean, geez, they wouldn't. It would have to be pretty bad, right? Is it going to be pregame for the Dolphin games? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. It's probably going to be at least an hour before Dolphin games, and then I'm going to be doing the recaps just like for hockey. But yeah, for the Dolphins, I got a lot of different content, and it's not just going to be Dolphins games. Pending Panther games or other hockey games, it's going to be difficult for me to decide. Like Monday Night Football, almost a guarantee. I'm going to be doing a stream before the game and a recap after. Now, Thursday night's usually hockey, so that's probably going to be hockey most of the time. And then if there's no Panther game on Thursday night, it's going to depend on what game is better, the football game or a possible hockey game. I can't do both at the same time, although if I could. I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream both, like live stream a football and a hockey game at the same time. But and then the Sunday night games, again, that's going to be determined by if I'm still alive after the Dolphin game that day. And so, like, as an example, if we have a 1 o'clock Dolphin game, I'm going to try to do the Sunday night football game as well with a live stream and everything beforehand, unless there is a better hockey game. So it's going to kind of be up in the air that way. But overall, Panthers get precedence, with the exception of, if it's a really good Dolphin game at the same time, which usually doesn't happen. All right, let's see. We're coming down to 10 minutes here. What did Yandel ever do to me? Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, here's the problem I have with Yandel. You want to know what he's done to me? Too many times. We get the power play, and you're excited, and you're happy, and you're focused, and you're watching, and he loses that damn puck at the blue line, and then he's too slow, and his ass is too big. He can't turn around fast enough. And the puck is in the back of the net because our goaltender sure the hell isn't going to stop a breakaway, huh, Bob? You see what I'm saying? Blame Bob. Don't blame Yandel, right? It's half Yandel's fault, half Bob's fault, all right? That's what Yandel does to me. He ruins power plays. And I know that's supposed to be his specialty. But this year, all joking set aside, this year was bad. This year, he cannot move the way an NHL defenseman needs to move. In the years past, he's kind of just been like the guy that we beat up. But this year, he can't swivel those hips and turn around fast enough anymore. He can't. All right, let's see. You got an idea to fix Bob? Get the goaltending coach from Vancouver. What has Yandel done? Why does he hurt you? I just answered that question. No, Steve's okay. Steve's a good guy. So, all right. So I'm kind of caught up, but wait, I missed a couple things here. Yeah. That's the other thing. Either tomorrow or the next day, depending on when Stu and I can get together. Now, Stu, I'm doing a Patreon interview with somebody tomorrow, but if the season ends tonight, Stu and I will have, within a day or two, we will have our post-finals wrap-up. We're going to, we'll do what we've been normally doing there. We haven't talked about it because I don't think we want to jinx it. We don't want to plan it until we absolutely have to. You know what I mean? We're both hoping for Game 6, even though, miracles can happen, right? If I see one more offensive zone hooking penalty. Yeah, the goalies didn't step up, but the D let them down. Yeah. Look, it was a team effort. It was an absolute team effort being eliminated. If Ekblad doesn't get hurt, it's an absolutely different series. Even with Bob and Drieger playing the way they did, there was no way Q was going to come out and play Knight from Game 1. Now, that said, he should have been playing Drieger from Game 1. It's not close. And that's the thing why, and I saw some people, they got upset with me when I was not unhappy that the coach didn't get the coach of the year. He's made some decisions that were not optimal for us. And if you just go purely by the numbers and how the team plays, it wasn't close. Drieger should have been getting the start in Game 1. So I think, if anything, that cost us, between Bob getting 2 chances and Ekblad being out. At the very least, that series should go 7 games. And we wouldn't have had the one game where it was like, what was the final score? We got absolutely destroyed. We were eliminated when they aligned the divisions like that. Kind of. I mean, look, if Ekblad doesn't get hurt and we draw Nashville, we're going to win a round. You know what I mean? I mean, Saros wasn't that good. So, but I get what you're saying, you know. Yeah, and with Ekblad, and Ekblad, he had such a down effect because Weegar struggled and Forsling struggled, and I don't think because they were out of their realm of what they should have been doing. Weegar's not just ready to be number one defenseman in the playoffs. He's just not there. And Forsling wasn't ready to be up top, and Weegar was struggling, and it was a mess. So Ekblad didn't just cost us Ekblad, but the two guys behind him, they didn't make up because the way they fit makes everybody a little bit better. You know what I mean? I saw a question here. I think Tyler was asking what would have happened if Bennett's first goal was called and what would have happened if Bennett wasn't suspended. We weren't beating Tampa. We were not beating Tampa without Ekblad. No. Maybe we get to game 7. Maybe one of the games flips. But no. The question there is what if we played Spencer Knight one game earlier? That to me is the question. Is what if we would have, instead of sending Bob back out there, send Knight out there? That to me is what made a big difference too. All right, I'm missing a couple things. I got a couple minutes here, man. Ariana McCarthy, thanks for coming out. Let's go Lightning. Well, yeah, I mean, we got a lot of Lightning fans here, you know. We're all still, no, we're not all. Us non-Lightning fans are still hoping for a game 6. But at least tonight, let's have a good game. I want a good, close, hard game. And I wouldn't mind if Tampa's going to win, and if they're going to win tonight, let's have some excitement, like an overtime win, because that's fun. That's fun. Even though I don't want Tampa to win, it's still fun to have the highlight of watching a guy score an overtime cup-winning goal. I would be good with that. I missed a couple of things here real quick. Let's see. All right, you guys are talking amongst yourselves, so you guys got that. Right? Yep. You're one bad. Now one bad Steve's a Lightning fan. Jeez, this guy. Oh, this poor guy, man. Yeah, game 1. Yeah, Tyler, man, it's hard to go back and say, what ifs and all of that. I get it. But without Ekblad, we're just not as deep. You know what I mean? Now, maybe next year. I mean, it was, even though we lost, it was still a good experience for Weegar and Forsling to get that kind of, thrown into the fire like that. Next year, when we make the playoffs, they're going to be a hell of a lot better off. And with the division, the way that with the way the divisions will be aligned, I don't think we're going to be having to worry about playing Tampa in the first round. So that's a positive. Let's see. Bobby Yandel should never play it right. Drieger is catching too much flack for the one bad. It was a one bad period, right? I mean, he played well, and then he had one bad period, and that was it. But I think throwing Bob out there again for the start again instead of Knight, that hurt. And then Yandel, he should have been. I don't understand. We got this guy Connaughton who played pretty solidly whenever we had him, and even when Coach went 7D with Bennett's suspension, he still didn't put him into the game, and that kind of bummed me out there, man. That Coach Q, look, he makes some wonky lineup decisions. You know what I mean? He does some things that you don't see a lot of other coaches doing, but at the same time, we had injuries and we didn't have the depth. We didn't have the experience depth that we could have had. He should have played Connaughton more down the stretch. to get that kid, not kid, he's a little bit of a veteran, but I wish he would have played Connaughton down the stretch so that Q would have had a little bit more confidence in him. And if you're going to do 7D, throw him out there. And we didn't even throw Kierstead out there. Gusev didn't get a shot. I mean, we're missing a forward, and we don't put Gusev out there. So I'm not happy with the way Q coached that series at all, you know. Right, we played the contracts. Yeah. No, it's true, man. It's true. Oh, okay, so Rosado, that's what you're talking about. You've got an idea to fix Bob. You get his old goalie coach. Thank you for bringing that up because I'm going to be doing that video about Bob and how he played then and how he's playing now. So I will take a look at that. I'll take a look at that and see if I can find a connection in there for you too. You know what I mean? If you think Florida fan base hates players, you just be a Calgary fan. Yeah, look, Panther fans, we do every year. We pick a player. It was Matheson. You know what I mean? Before that 1 year, it was Seth Griffith. You know, we do usually tend to pick a player and kind of beat the crap out of him all year. And last year was definitely Yandel's year. Not that he hasn't been beaten up before, but last year he really, really earned it. And this upcoming season, let's see. Let's pick somebody to beat up next year. Vetrano. You guys are gonna kill me for that one. Well, watch that happen. If Vetrano, if we don't lose Vetrano and he starts off the season kind of meh like he ended it, watch people start to turn on Frank the Tank. We're Panther fans. We're capable of it. Don't laugh that off. We're gonna pick somebody every year, right? And I'm trying to think of defensively who we could pick. Not Vetrano. I don't know why, but it could happen. Jaws, can we do a series rewind? Are you talking about the Panthers and Lightning? Like do a series rewind on that, like I was doing last year for the individual games? That's an idea. Don't let me forget that one because I am going to be doing. I got 6 weeks, 2 months here to fill before anything really goes on other than the expansion draft. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to say this again before I go here real quick. I appreciate everybody coming out. It's been a hell of a year. If this is the last game, I'm probably going to take a day or two off from the live streams, and then I will start making community posts about getting back on the live streams. Video ideas. Do not be afraid to message me. Don't be afraid to remind me. I will forget. If I don't do it, it's not because I didn't think it was a good idea. It's probably because I forgot. So do not be afraid to message me, leave comments, whatever it is about video ideas for the off season, because you never know when you catch me at the right time and the right day, and boom, and do it right then and there. So yeah, I don't take that personally. If I forget, absolutely be like, hey, dumbass, are you going to ever remember this? So, all right, that's it. That was it. I have a feeling this was the last one, guys. I have a strong feeling about that, but it'll be interesting to see. Just give me a good game. Give me a good game, Montreal, all right? All right, appreciate everybody coming out. And if I don't see you tomorrow or the next day, I will see you in the recap. And then we'll keep this thing going in the offseason. Don't worry about that, guys. All right, thanks for coming out, guys.